everybody, it's Dave here, Holiday for Two. Good morning, hope you're having a good day. I want to share a quick tip with you in just a minute. Something that is constantly giving me a little grief in my motorhome. And if you have a Dometic refrigerator, two-way refrigerator, you might have the same problem. So I'm going to share a little tip with you if you can't get your refrigerator started after it's been sitting for a few weeks. So if you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe, and don't forget to ring the bell so you'll be notified on my next videos when they come out. Let's take a look at how to get your refrigerator started when it's been sitting for a while and it doesn't want to get cold. Here we go.
And have a holiday for two.
So my motorhome has been sitting for about 3 weeks since we used it last, maybe 4. And so I came out this morning and tried to start it up and it wouldn't get cold. And it does this a lot. Now I have Dometic two-way refrigerator. So it runs on propane or it runs on AC. Some of you might have a 3-way refrigerator and that might be a little different, but this is for the two-way Dometic refrigerators. And so what I did is I come out and I try to start it up, hit the little button up here, plug it in, and I come out and hit the button. And it didn't start. So here's a couple of little things that I do to help get it started. If you have one of these refrigerators that won't start after you've had your trailer or RV, motorhome, fifth wheel, whatever it might be, and it doesn't want to start up getting cold. And I can't quite explain how it works, but it does work. So the first thing I always do is I carry with me one of these. This is my this is one of those infrared thermometers that you can point. And so I always come out before I get everything started. I go in, I open the refrigerator up, and I point it inside the freezer. And right now it's 71 degrees. But I came out here earlier and it was about 80 degrees. Of course, we live in Phoenix, so 80 degrees is pretty cool in the morning. So what happened was, if it doesn't start, what I do is a couple things. I go to the stove right here where the stove is, and I make sure that the gas is turned on, the propane. That's another thing. I always start the stove up and try to light it. If it doesn't light, then it means I don't have gas in the line yet, so I let it run a little bit till it does light. You want to make sure you do that too before you get going on a camping trip, that everything's working right on your gas line. So I do run the stove just to make sure the gas is coming through, make sure the gas is turned on the tank outside. Make sure you turn the valve on, make sure you come in and it's on the stove. And then I go up and I turn it on up here. Make sure your battery is turned on also. I have a little battery disconnect down below here on the entryway. Down below here on my entryway, I have a battery disconnect switch. So I always turn it off when it's been sitting for a while, and then when I get ready to go somewhere, I make sure the battery disconnect is turned on. So battery disconnect, make sure the stove starts. Then I go outside and I plug in the 30 amp plug. I have a 30 amp wall plug on my home, so I can plug my RV into the side of the house. Which is kind of nice because then I can run the air conditioning if I want to cool everything down. But it never fails. If it's been sitting for a few weeks, this won't start. Sometimes it will, but it's more often that it doesn't. This is going to sound kind of crazy, but I get into I start the motorhome up, and then I run it a few feet forward and then put the brake on. Then I back it up a few feet and put the brake on. Just enough to kind of shake the motorhome a little bit. If I could, sometimes I take it out and I take it around the block and then come back. And that will usually help it start up. But if I just shake the motorhome a little bit, move it forward, move it back, put the brake on, kind of get everything shaking a couple times, then shut it off, then come in and turn it on again, it'll start. There's a gas that they use in these. It's not Freon, but they use a gas in the refrigerators for RVs. They use a particular kind of gas, and if it's been sitting for a few weeks, it settles and it gets like a vapor lock. And so by moving the motorhome or trailer or fifth wheel around a little bit and shaking it, it releases that vapor lock that's in the refrigerator, and then it starts working. In fact, Every time I tried to do it a couple times, it still wouldn't start. And then I did it one last time for the third time. Third time's a charm. I came out and checked it again, and it started cooling down right away. Now, the temperature right now, I don't know if you can see that, is 64 degrees. 64.7. So it is started, it's working. And it's just one of those things, it's kind of a pain in the rear, but if you have a problem with your refrigerator, try this and see if it doesn't get it started. So, hope this little tip helps you. It's for the Dometic two-way refrigerators. It always happens to me, so I'm sure it probably happened to somebody else out there. So hey guys, this is Dave saying have a great day. Safe travels. Be careful out there. I hope this little tip helped you. Catch you later. Bye.